Hello everyone, welcome to Toying Talk. I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you all. Bye.
Calling me so many despicable names, how people have been accusing me wrongly, and she has never said anything. Instead, she's been out there clubbing.
Look at the person complaining that even after the whole scenario, she didn't even hear a word from the nurse. But the person that gave birth to Mohbad, we heard your conversation with the person that gave birth to Mohbad. We heard how you call and console, Abi. Baba allegedly Baba to pe ni Baba ọkọ ẹ bó ṣe bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀. A girl, a lady that is well trained, that has manner, will never insult an elderly person like that. And I'm just waiting, because all this thing with this girl they do, I just they wait. Make them first finish their own matter, the defamation matter. Make them first finish that. We won't wait whether Aloba go sue this lady or not. We they wait so that we'll get to know what is exactly wrong. And because now they have a good family lawyer, and the family is well organized. We can see the administrators, and they are working. It's just two assignments we want to give them. This person sue her aside about one-on-one. Yàtọ̀ sílẹ̀ tó ń lọ gba ní one-on-one, no? Let's go on.
Saying like the last time I saw a video of her clubbing, like doing lashes, makeup, and she's out there living her life, and it's just so unfortunate. Yesterday, I think people, like some people are out there talking to her. So those guys were on TikTok, and they were literally saying they would tell her what to say, because next 2 weeks, March 14 is the next. To stay outside of the story. These same people on TikTok were literally saying it yesterday, that they would tell her what to say to lie against me.
So, you that we are hearing your own lie, all the thing you're saying here was a lie. And thank God, when they ask, if there is one thing Sanshito did, one of the things Sanshito did was to ask that question. Do you know this Baba Mohbad before? No. Was it the one that told you to leave the house? He said no. Cleared Baba's name in that aspect. One of the things he did.
You understand? I found out what was in that third injection that triggered this reaction.
They make it out to be a big, long process, but if you go to the link below, it's easy and
I think they were supposed to do that, but my father-in-law already buried my husband. So when
you see, Oluwada has him good money. You see, they were supposed to. Now look at the question they asked. Let's go back. I want us. Let's be intentional. Look at the question and listen to the answer.
Do you understand?
But I did find out what was in that third injection that triggered.
Have they find out what was in the third injection that triggered the reaction? Please, how are they going to find out? No, now the presenter is asking, have they find out? That means, have the police done their due diligence to find out the injection, the third injection? And here a response. Let's go.
The outside of the story. These same people on TikTok were literally saying it yesterday, that they would tell her what to say to lie against me. Do you understand?
But I did find out what was in that third injection that triggered this reaction.
I think they were supposed to do that, but my father-in-law already buried my husband. So when...
Please, finding out injection, how does it... What is finding that injection and father-in-law? Have they find out for example, if the injection was chloramphenicol injection, do they need to go and wake Mohbad in the grave and say, the injection, the third injection that was given to you, what was the name of the injection? Imagine again, even the presenter now, the presenter was not even, anyway, they are together. The presenter myself, Wunmi she they work for. Now, why I said this is, you're asking somebody that was there. She was present there when they were administering the injection. So the question is, so Wunmi did not even ask the nurse, what injection are you giving to his boyfriend, to her boyfriend? She did not. Now they're asking Wunmi, have they find out the injection that trigger, that trigger, what's it called? That triggered the whole embelembe. She said the father-in-law hurriedly buried.
Do you understand?
But I did found out what was in that third injection that triggered this reaction.
Oh, I think they were supposed to do that, but my father-in-law already buried my husband. So when the government autopsy came out, the autopsy result said they cannot determine the cause of death because his body has already decomposed. So they couldn't get the right tissue to use for the autopsy.
Please, who can remind me? Now, she's saying hurriedly buried. That after they exhume it, the body has started decomposing. That is why autopsy could not get it. Hey, Babagwa, good morning to you. How are you? Happy Thursday to you. Now, let us ask this question. Timothy's case. Shebi Mohbad was even, they embalmed him locally. And I'm sure when they wanted to bury him last, it was embalmed properly, Abi. Timothy's case was not put in the coffin. His body was put in a bag. And they took it somewhere to go and bury shallowly. But they exhumed the body and they still run this test. And it didn't come out inconclusive. Who is the inconclusive person that is acting on behalf of this lady in that Lagos state? Let's go on.
Your father-in-law buried him. I mean, how soon was he buried after he was...
Like they wanted to bury him that night. Decomposed. They cannot determine the cause of death.
No, listen.
But my father-in-law already buried my husband to lie against me. Do you understand?
But I did find out what was in that third injection that triggered this reaction.
Have they find out what was in the third injection? Okay, to all the US people, they said today is on Thanksgiving Day. Okay. All the US gang in jail for him. Happy Thanksgiving to all of now. May the land prosper you all. All the US gang in jail for him. May the land prosper you all. May you do you good. May you live long. And may your firstborn never resemble your tenant or your landlord or your neighbor. May your days be long. May you walk and never stumble. Now back to our matter.
Oh, I think they were supposed to do that, but my father-in-law already buried my husband. So when the government autopsy came out, the autopsy result said they cannot determine the cause of death because his body has already decomposed. So they couldn't get the right tissue to use for the autopsy.
But was there any reason your father-in-law buried him? I mean, how soon was he buried after he was...
Like they wanted to bury him that night, the night that he died.
But is he a Muslim?
He wasn't a Muslim. And, a lot of people actually begged him not to, but he insisted I was going to do that. He wanted to bury him that night.
Did he give any reason for this?
He did not. He did not. He just said he needs to bury him. Like, a lot of people begged him. He wanted to bury him that night, but they didn't give, he actually called the Bale of where he wanted to bury my husband. But the Bale said, there is no way that I cannot bring my husband.
Imagine this lady talking as if the phone of the Bale that they called that night, now she did with them. So now she go give Bale. In fact, Bale come put them for loudspeaker, come they talk. And now, hold on. Oh. This interview was done about how many months? About 8 months ago. This year. She's still peddling that ballet scenario that they planted. See, it's only a fool that will say Mohbad's demise was not planned. If it was not planned, it was pre-planned. There was post-planned. Now, if Mohbad's death was not pre-planned, it was post-planned. Who reached out to that ballet to give that narrative? Okay, hold on.
Salut Barajin, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Can we really get the contact of the ballet to know, or can someone reach out or probably do some research in that area to find out if Baba indeed called a certain person portraying himself or herself as a ballet that particular night? Or if that ballet was actually, if the whole what that man the ballet was saying was true, or maybe because he was paid to do it. Because
I think when I'm not sure, but let me say this. I think the man that made that video, when they reached out to him, he actually said he apologized for what he did. I think I spoke to Goresi that time, that period, that can we get that guy? Let's even ask him. Who told you, who instructed you to do that crap?
Yes, because we also demand a public apology, or he's going to get a lawsuit. Yeah, because he has created a content on which Wunmi and her fellow henchmen are using to peddle a wrong narrative against Baba Mohbad. So easily, if she goes on any interview, she can easily whip up that video and say this was what the ballet close to where that lives close to where Mohbad was supposed to be buried was saying, allegedly.
Crocodile, let me say this to you. Unity. When this whole thing, these are the things we stated then. You understand?
Yes.
Because I know, me myself, I spoke to Guresi on this matter. And I said, bro, it's not that about apologizing. Let us know how that video came by. Who are the people he was working with? Do you understand? And I think this lawsuit too will be better. Will push out the truth. No matter petition it, the police, the coco arrest there.
Yeah.
In fact, they might not even use police. They can use civil defense.
And we will further understand the behavior of the Lagos State government, even when it comes to an act as low as prosecuting somebody who brought out a wrong information to defame Baba Mohbad. So if the police arrest the man and the man confesses, good. If the police expresses reluctance to arrest the man, and you still know that it is an involvement by the police to collude with certain individuals to brand Baba Mohbad that they wanted to bury his son.
I think we need to find out if the man is alive. I think the people that are close to Baba Mohbad, they are listening to us and they will do the needful.
Yes.
It's not a distraction. We can also get a confirmation from EDM's chat, and we'll link it up with that man that came to act that drama.
Yes, because there's so much drama in this. There was this guy that said he saw Mohbad coming when he was brought into the hospital.
He wanted to snap picture.
He wanted to snap pictures, and we also have the drama by Karimo and Auntie. When she said, when the auntie was telling Karimo that I gave you the wrong number, I gave you the, when they were staging the fight, and she was like, I gave you the wrong number, stupid girl. I gave you the wrong number, not knowing that they staged that to get Karimo close to Baba Mohbad and get Karimo to apologize and get us to accept the apology and say, oh, we are sorry about Karimo. She actually had a wrong, the sister actually misinformed her, and she did not intentionally reconnect Karimo with Baba Mohbad. So Karimo was innocent. So they were trying to get that innocence and get her to, get assimilate into the J4M movement and also to get through to Baba Mohbad. So there's so much actors in this movement,
God bless some of us, the few of us. When I say few, I mean the young ones now, because those time the young ones, like us, said that Karimo is a no-no. When they were sharing her on every platform, and they were trying to, do one or two things, and some of us kick against it. That no, it's a no-no for us. Because we saw it far off, and that makes me wonder about this Yoruba proverb that says, "What a small boy, what an elderly person see while sitting, a small boy cannot see it while standing." Yeah. When most of us that were smaller, we saw Karimo, we saw a whole lot of things. We even saw Yomi inclusive, Yeah. But the elderly ones among us did not even say anything. Because the Karimo even drag them, cause them, do everything on them, put their picture, blah blah blah.
Yeah. The Karimo and this Yomi and some other people like that in the same category, they appeal to this the older ones. They like this somebody that can act, that can bring some kind of Yoruba proverb and some parables and some some nice Yoruba talks, and some taboos, and they want someone to show that he or she is grounded in Yoruba culture, and to show that maybe they have some public reputation, or maybe they glamorize about, maybe they are well traveled, they got the American Coast Guard, maybe some military experience. They try to pull them in with certain words of like to appeal to their thinking, and they get them in and to get their emotions. Karimo was talking about, when I was small, I was being raped by a thief, a driver, all those kind of emotional experience that she had. So it locked a lot of people in, and we found out that most of those who are older in J4M, like in their maybe 40s, 50s, late 30s, let's say 40s, 50s, we found out that they I don't want to say anything that is, but they kind of I don't know. I don't know, just put that aside. But the point is, they play the game well, and it worked on a lot of people. So I mean, there's so many games that is being played. So by now we should. So now back to what we're saying. That man, we need to extract an apology from him, a public apology, because he has made the statement that the Wunmi camp has run away with, to use that to create the narrative that Baba wanted to bury about history, which I guess probably informed the corona verdict that was put out at the end of the corona inquest. So something needs to be done about it, because anybody that speaks or say anything like that against Wunmi, Wunmi and our so-called legal team, they will carry out one or two actions against such an individual, because we have because of Samsodium, what he did against Samsodium. So we also need to show that we can also bite just like them too. That's what I think. So for that man, I think he should be sought out, and I think he should be petitioned for what he did. If I ought to, we need to investigate if there was indeed a call, and if there was not a call, then that man needs to be petitioned, because he made some wrong statements and needs to be held accountable for it. He should not just be allowed to walk around in the street feeling that he can just put out that propaganda and walk away free. No, there has to be something attached to it. And if he's picked up, the reaction of the police will show if they are complicit or in agreement with the corona verdict that indicted Baba Mohbad for hastily burying his son.
Thank you.
We need to expose them all in that line, and the complicity of the police and those in charge, especially those authorities.
Okay. I think what we normally do as people and as a group would tell the necessary people. Like I say, we can only throw our advice. Is when they see it, if they should do it, so be it. If they do not, so be it. We cannot cry more than the bereaved. But what you said again, We'll remind them again if they can look for that man. The video is online. If they can look for the man and let us ask some salient questions, you know.
Let me just have one more thing. If you have time after the show or during the show, you can play the voice note between Abuebel, Ayat, and Wunmi. She revealed a lot of things there, especially as regarding the properties. I was playing it on Complete Platform yesterday, and I was flagged. You know, we were talking about some other things yesterday. Nobody was flagging the channel, the station. Nobody was talking about flagging. We were talking about some other things. Nobody was flagging it. Talking about Boko Haram, talking about fracas with J4M, and nobody was flagging. But when we began to play that voice notes,
we'll play it again. We'll play it again. Let's just get somewhere.
She's saying that mobile does not have anything.
Don't worry. We'll play it again.
Okay.
We'll play it again. Let's quickly. I'm not going to finish this one. I just want us to hit one point there. Let's go.
Like, so he had to wait till next morning. They didn't give he actually called the ballet of where
So he actually called the ballet. And for me, Baba Mohbad has a lot of ground that this girl, first of all, made the first serve and made the first sample and petition. Made the say Goka, made the give her. You know, she's talking as if she was there when Baba made that call. Let's listen.
He did not. You know, he just said he needs to bury him. Like, a lot of people begged him. He wanted to bury him that night, but they didn't give. He actually called the ballet of where he wanted to bury my husband. But the ballet said
another way you know that she's lying. She was saying a statement. She was saying a sentence. She paused and she only more trouble. Only let it change. Listen.
Like, a lot of people begged him. He wanted to bury him that night, but they didn't. You know, he just had to bury him that night.
Did you give any reason for this?
He did not. He did not. You know, he just said he needs to bury him. Like, a lot of people begged him. He wanted to bury him that night, but they didn't give.
He wanted to say they didn't give him chance. He wanted to bury him that night, but they didn't. And I said, they didn't give him chance. If you now ask who did not give Baba more chance, they were me war. So she quickly changed that line of lie. Continue with another lie. That is in analysis we call it lie nose plus lie Muhammad. Lies lie. Let's continue.
Bury him. Like, a lot of people begged him. He wanted to bury him that night, but they didn't give. He actually called the ballet of where he wanted to bury my husband. But the ballet said there is no way I cannot bring my husband that night. So he had to wait till the next morning, and you know.
And even it was such a rush that even the coffin was so small for him.
The coffin that he was the one that got the coffin.
So the presenter even knew that. The presenter now, she don't forget say she be presenter. She can't add the join and say even Baba Mohbad he rush to the extent where we say Baba Mohbad go buy coffin way small. You understand? And we've not seen in the Yoruba land where a father will go and buy his own picking coffee. You know they happen. But these people, the presenter and Wunmi, they were lying on Baba Mohbad's head. If you maybe the presenter is related to Wunmi, who knows? They must have done one or two, you know. Who knows? Let's go on.
They said there is no way I cannot bring my husband that night. So he had to wait till the next morning, and you know.
And even it was such a rush that even the coffin was so small for him.
The coffin that he was the one that got the coffin, and the coffin was.
Now at this point in time, there's a bush shoot this girl. How you go talk say na Baba buy coffee? As in, see, there's some lie you should not lie. How can you on arise and you open your mouth that Baba bought the coffin? So for her to say that, now this is what I'm thinking. For her to say that Baba bought the coffin when she fully knows that it was Darusha, why Why she's not mentioning that Russia got the coffee? They don't already do meeting. They don't do meeting. They won't put everything for Baba Mohbad head. Even coffee way we say investigator DSS herbalist. He go where they buy coffee now. Now remember, investigator Bablao, he went to where they bought the coffee to confirm whether na Baba can buy the coffee or not. All of you remember now? Do you remember when investigator Bablao, when he went on that when he was doing that investigative Babalaoism?
You know, my husband was 6, I think 6'1", but the coffee was very, very small. I had to break his head.
Oh my God.
So he now say the coffee is very small that Baba had to break his neck. That idiot, and I said, oh my God. But Baba must sue this girl. Me, if they don't finish this one, what they do? How this the way he talks, say, even they talk say na Baba break the son neck. He buy coffee. Here I'm now, no be me talking.
Money, and you know.
And even it was such a rush that even the coffin was too small for him.
The coffin that he was the one that got the coffin, and the coffin was, you know, my husband was 6, I think 6'1", but
he was the one. That means that he is Baba Mohbad. Now let's continue and let's point the he again now.
The coffin was very, very small that he had to break his head.
Oh my God.
That he had to break his neck. So from this interview, Wunmi is saying that Baba Mohbad break Mohbad's neck. I don't know how they will also this girl though. I don't know. I don't know. All these things are too much in the public. Lying. They need to all these places, they need to cut it out, and let them swear.
This is harrowing to listen to. But anyway, your mom is lawyer, you know. But what I want to ask, what about securing full ownership of Mohbad's music to ensure that his family?
Now, listen to where I'm going to. Listen to where I'm going to. What about securing the full ownership of Mohbad's music? See, person where we say they don't marry you. See the kind of question we present that they ask them. I don't want shake Pilaroy.
Very small that he had to break his head.
Oh my God. This is harrowing to listen to. But anyway, your mom is lawyer, you know. But what I want to ask, what about securing full ownership of Mohbad's music to ensure that his family receives royalties that they are rightfully owned? Because this.
Imagine somebody that is not married to Mohbad, and they are advocating that. Now, my head today is scatter. I'm still asking a question. Could it be this is the reason why Mohbad was spied? Royalty. Could it be? Mohbad. Could it be this is the reason he was spied? We're hearing this royalty here. This is now. Oh God. Make I take him back.
Lawyer, you know. But what I want to ask, what about securing full ownership of Mohbad's music to ensure that his family receives royalties that they are rightfully owned? Because this is an area that obviously has not been addressed. We are thinking about the emotional aspect. Yeah. But in terms of his earnings
as of this time they were saying this, as of the time they were saying this is the area that has not been addressed. This girl, he don't carry Naira Marley go koto on top royalty. I'm saying it. I don't know, maybe you're hearing for the first time. As of the time, in fact, Baba Mohbad did not know about it. That the case was going on. This girl wanted to collect royalty from Naira Marley. As of this time, where this matter, where they talk. All these people will they send co-host. As of the time they were saying this, the girl had already set up, wants to claim Mohbad's royalty from Naira Marley. Iyabo Ojo serve, according to wetin we hear, they wanted to use that foundation to kolobi the money. The matter is still in court now. When we hear, God bless that good Samaritan that gave us that expose. And we advise Baba, please, join anyone. Wunmi was never married to Mohbad. All those pictures she's presenting in the case in court for defamation, you said your father-in-law defamed you. You are bringing picture of where you now wear Ashoebi. I mean Asho lace. You are showing picture. What has that got to do? You are saying that you are married. No. In this matter of this thing, you guys cannot. You can see. Oh God. Good man, you get people with the crease for as family member. Now this kind of time, you know, this kind of time, you will need them. Or there's some families you can't try this bullshit with. Yeah, Kojora one. In coroner inquest, they asked her, are you married to Mohbad? She said, no, I'm not legally married to Mohbad. So if you are not legally married to Mohbad, that means you're staying with Mohbad illegally. You are an illegal occupant. You are illegal occupant. If you're not legally married to Mohbad, that means you're an illegal occupant. That means you are illegally married to Mohbad.